Hey everyone, how's it going? Let's talk about the updates in the latest 3dSunshine build that we just put up on Steam. Biggest update, I think most important update, is the ability to, once you've loaded a Minecraft world, enter coordinates and hop to a new part of that Minecraft world. It's pretty simple. You just go to the menu, you type in a new X or Z coordinate or both, apply your settings, and that part of your world will load up. This is the beginning of a bunch of Minecraft-related world manipulation stuff we're planning, but glad to get this one out in the current release. Something else that's new is we decided to finally add the circle tool. The circle tool is something we've been talking about for a while. Clearly making circles is a very tedious thing to do by hand, and so we just made an automatic way to make some circles. The cool thing about our circle tool is it actually works not just with individual blocks, but you can also make circles out of groups. And there are actually some really interesting creative effects. Not only certain towers are faster to do that way, but some curious things kind of emerge, and I felt my own creativity being sparked by some of the happy accidents that occurred, and encourage everyone in our test group to play around with the circle tool and let us know what you discover building with it. Another thing we added, it's really more of a convenience, but we were noticing a lot of people were confused, accidentally deleting stuff when they made a delete volume thinking they were gluing or something of that nature. So we went ahead and we colored deletion red, so it's now very clear that you're deleting. We also made glue really green. Your cursor turns green, the volume turns green, and I find it great because if I have glue and delete, I know which hand is doing what, and my brain doesn't have to think about it because it's visually clear. Another thing we did, and I think this is a feature that's probably more for the advanced builders, and certainly one of my favorite features. A few weeks ago we had this thing we call one-to-one navigation, which basically means you can take the world, you can turn it upside down, you can do, really just turn it any way you want, just like you're holding in your hand the whole world. We found that this is actually really confusing for a lot of people who are new to VR. Particularly, gravity continues to go the way that the world goes. And so, we put out this turntable style navigation, but we heard from a couple of the more advanced builders that they really like the one-to-one. I personally really like the one-to-one as well, having been building in VR for a long time. And so we brought that back in as an option. Other than that, we did a couple of more minor things. Since we brought in some typing functionality, we thought we'd go ahead and give you a way to name your world whatever you want. We still have the generate random name, which we think is hilarious and still like a lot of the time, but if you really want to name your world, you can name it whatever you want. And we also brought in some of the worlds that the Blockworks team built just as they were demoing 3dSunshine. These were really quick builds. We were showing to them at Minecon, and we decided to give these builds to our community to play with. So you'll find 3 new scenes in the new 3dSunshine update, courtesy of our friends at Blockworks. Those are our updates for the week. It was a pretty small build. It was a pretty small update, but a few little features that we think are really going to help people build a lot more cool things faster, and also just getting around the Minecraft world more easily was super important for us. So anyway, hope you enjoy it. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the forum. And another update, just in community news, we set up a 3dSunshine wiki, and we'd love some help fleshing it out. It's 3dsunshine.wikia.com. So our hope is that instead of having to go through tutorials, you can just hit the wiki, learn a bunch of stuff, features, details, things like that, just really fast. So hope you enjoy it, and looking forward to hearing thoughts and seeing you online.